What's your tips on preparing for competition? Well, I was once told,
it is not the sleep the night before that counts. It is the night before the night.
So that's some free advice and some sweet dreams right there. But you're going to need to come up with something more than that, because I don't sleepwalk, I sleep sprint. Preach! Testify! Regarding race day, the whole setup is designed to make you doubt yourself and to minimize your importance. What you need to remember, though, is that you're the most important one there, and the whole meeting is actually set up for you. But from the outside, it seems like competition is just not there to help you. The officials, the meet, the cordoned off areas, the time, the weather, the paying, the entry form that you needed to have filled in before World War II, the people and the competitors. You're putting yourself in an environment where the results are incredibly important to you while simultaneously being incredibly unimportant to everybody else around you. Now, I've said in loads of videos that the world is just your perspective. So how do you find a different way of looking at this reality? You have to create a reality in your own mind that everything has been done to help you. You are the center of your own universe, and for the length of time of the competition, the entire world revolves around you. Imagine in the run-up to the Olympics, if you're the star of the show, everyone wants to see you, everyone's interested in you. If you've got the right psychology, that is the biggest unfair advantage that you could ever possibly have. Don't see it as pressure and focus on the negative of failure and expectation. See it as power. Literally, see it like energy coming out from all these people that is specifically for you, that you can collect, like Super Mario in one of those Game Boy things that you collect stuff. You're soaking up the power and will of all of these people and you're channeling it into your performance. Now that's a positive. But what happens if you're the bad man, the hated? Then what do? Listen, all of the energy, even if it's negative, is still energy. And all you have to be is a conduit. You have to revel in it and accept it, rather than wishing it was different and that things would change. There's no point wasting time wishing that they'd like you. Their hatred and dislike of you, if you change your perspective, can be incredible fuel for the fire. But let's be honest, most amateur athletes don't have either of those two scenarios. Most up-and-coming athletes are battling anonymity. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Truth is, there's no energy to take or feed off. You're battling apathy. Competition is hardest when you don't really count. So you've got to find ways to make yourself relevant. You have to create a mental picture in your mind that you're going to hold throughout the whole day of competition, that you are the most significant person there. It's your show. And for anyone who thinks that this is all very self-centered and self-absorbed, of course it is. I've already said competition is war by less violent means. You try strolling up to battle, not really too concerned about your own survival, but more concerned about the views of the people trying to kill you. See how long you last. But I'm a reasonable man, so if you're feeling uncomfortable with that level of egotism, don't worry. Just be extra deferential and considerate the next barbecue you go to. You know the deal. When there's one sausage left on the grill, you say, "Oh mate, tell you what, you have it. It's on me. Enjoy." As opposed to the normal response, "You touch that meat, I'll kill you. Salad's over there." And now you've balanced the scales of karma with pork products. So here is some reframing that might help you. You have to realize that the meeting has been put on for you. You're the star of it. Look, a meeting without athletes is just an empty track. A meeting without you is of no consequence in your world. You are the center of your own universe. Now, you're not the center of the universe, but You do need to be the center of your own universe. You need to be the star of your own show. The officials are there to help you. Their presence adds an authenticity to the proceedings and allows it to be certified. You've paid your money, or even better, you've earned your place in that competition. They are your staff, and they're there to make sure that when you do that great performance, it can't be dismissed after the fact. However, like many disgruntled employees, most of these officials don't seem to be hip to this fact, so just consider those to be, on their third warnings, that far away from disciplinary. The time that the meeting happens is the perfect time for you. Now, maximum levels fluctuate throughout the day. However, you are sure, nay, you are certain that the moment that the race starts to go, you are coming up to one of your peaks. More than that, any changes to the schedule have actually been done subconsciously with you and your fluctuations in mind. This is a classic example of the universe conspiring to help you. That's a bit far-fetched. But I have heard athletes saying things like, it's just my bad luck, so guess it's just the reverse of that. Or it's preparing you, and only you, for the eventuality that in a bigger, more important meeting, schedules do change. And now you're prepared for it. This meeting is helping you dry run your ability to adapt to a changing environment. So when you go to the show, you're going to be ready for it. That's how you end up big time crystal sipping and signing autographs. And the conditions are also always optimal for you to do your best. I mean, what's bad weather anyway? The Swedish have an expression, no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. Something like, ficken chicken, butter, water, butter, chicken, butter, clot. I don't know, something like that. And if the weather is genuinely bad, like a gale force headwind, just know it's going to be affecting everybody else worse than it's going to affect you. Now they're paying. That means that you're the customer. The whole meeting has been put on to serve you. With that coin of yours, you're now an investor. You own a piece of it. So you're just turning up like a good shareholder, ready to get your dividends. And the entry form, well, that's just a way of giving the meeting the heads up that someone important like you's coming, so they can do something special. Now the people in the stands, every one of them wants to see something inspirational. They're there to be inspired. They need you. You can touch them emotionally with your performance. Now some are shy, and others make out like they don't really care or just there for the hot dogs, but that's just because they feel silly and insecure if they show too much interest. Believe me, they're interested. People now, as much as ever, need inspiration. You're the hero that they've been waiting for. And the competitors, they are there to give you the adrenaline to produce this amazing, heroic performance. All you have to do is just control the fire. They're the necessary cast of the show, but you're the star. You're the one that's important. Now I know that this may all seem just a little bit delusional, but is it really all that different to those elite athletes that are spouting all over TV about God or religion giving them the win? Exactly! God's not some punter down the bookie picking favourites, or some crooked politician trying to influence the result. You got to get more than sore knees from praying to beat me. And I would say that the perspective that I've given isn't that delusional, because right now there is an athlete out there at the top of their game that is a beneficiary of that reality. What you're doing is dry running being that athlete. When you do actually have all those things happening to you, you're in the power position and it aids your performance. So take their perspective and put yourself in the power position, because competition is about domination and power. Put yourself in the right mental state for that. And the truth is, this is all about being in control of you. Because no one ever performed better for thinking that they were unimportant or worthless. As you go to more and more prestigious meetings and get better and better performances, this actually becomes your reality. So get used to it now so that you're not fazed when you hit the big time. Otherwise, you turn up with all the talent, but you can't handle the pressure because you never practiced it. I hope this helps. Bust me a thumbs up, because let me tell you something.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Chat away in the comments bay, dare to share, ring the bell, and if you like my vibe, please subscribe.
Woo! Woo!